My name is Abdur-Rahman Syed. I run an advisory practice for Islamic clients called Algebra. It includes both corporates and startups, and I advise them on business strategy as well as brand strategy. Productivity, in one word, but I know everyone will say that. I need to fix my routine, and that includes work productivity, and includes sleep management, and includes time management. I can't help other people if I'm not productive myself. And as I make room in my schedule for more clients, I need to be able to work at my highest. You know, I've studied productivity before. I've looked at your book. I've looked at other books. I've been coached by Muhammad Faris. And this is the kind of thing that, because it's eminently practical, reading a book isn't enough. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to have a sustained number of days where I try to fix my pattern, find the ways in which I can improve it, work on my deficiencies, enhance my strengths. And then also, you know, I'm here with my family, so it's a nice Halal holiday. It's nice to explore the Muslim lifestyle space, which is very interesting to me, with other like-minded people. A phrase I've heard more recently is like-hearted people. So that was very important to me. In terms of what I learned here, I've learned a lot of things. One thing I want to share, a very small tip, and this is, you know, a retreat was full of tips like this, but when you sleep, your bedroom should be like a cave. It should be cool, it should be dark, and it should be quiet. Now that sounds very simple, but it's not at all how many of us live, right? So to establish more structured routines and to get the most out of our day in ways that are Islamically appropriate, but also enhance our productivity for all the things that we want to do in our life. I think insights like that I found very, very useful. You know, the setting. I think people don't pay enough attention to setting and format when they produce something. You know, Muslims are genuinely interested in ideas because we live in a time where we need to battle bad ideas and introduce and reintroduce good ideas and claim and reclaim beauty and justice and all kinds of virtues for our tradition. But in doing that, often we don't pay enough attention to, okay, when I say this, how will it sound? Who will I say to? Where will it be? What will the experience be like? So I think really, you know, a retreat like this was very useful, is if you can get the right setting. And, you know, Sri Lanka is a great country to do this kind of retreat. The setting that we chose, 5-star resort, very relaxing, beautiful, very well designed. I think the content, of course, is very important, but getting the setting right enables those conversations, and that's what I really liked. Absolutely. It depends on whom, because I think different people will get different things out of the retreat. I think someone who wants to work on their schedule like I did would definitely benefit from doing it with a teacher and fellow students and doing it together. I think that's very important. Also, if someone wants a holiday, but wants the holiday to then count as something more than a holiday so that we can justify that our dollars and our rupees are well spent, I think that's also, and I think I got both out of those. I brought 4 kids with me and my wife, and, you know, alhamdulillah, we had a very enjoyable time. You know, I want to give an example of a friend of mine. In college, name's not necessary, but really he stood out from the other friends. All right, so I went to a very good university. Everyone was smart. Everyone did well at school. They were used to being successful. But, you know, this particular friend stood apart. And I could tell that he was well raised. He was well groomed. He spoke very well. But, you know, he was in command of his time. All right, he was very relaxed. He got everything done. He did it to his own rhythm. He didn't go with the flow. People came to him. He didn't go to them. And, you know, part of that is charisma, but part of that is also how he was raised. And as I got to know him better, I learned that, you know, his father would make sure not only that they got off the Fajr, but from the age of 11 or something, the boys gave the adhan. So if you're raised in a household where your day is ordered and where you're expected to play a role, all right, and to grow up, all right, I think it makes a difference. I think a lot of us, you know, do well in life, by chance or by circumstance. But to be able to be deliberate about how you spend your time and how you structure your life, really improves your mileage. And I've seen that. I've seen that in my life. I've seen where, people who work harder than I do get more out of their day than I do. People who have more structured life than I do get more out of their work than I do. And charisma and intelligence only gets you so far. Our tradition really is beautiful, and to be able to mine that tradition in the way that Abu Productive has, and other people in the Muslim lifestyle space have, it's really inspiring. So I'm sure all of us have examples like that. That maybe my mom was really productive, or my dad gave great advice, and I didn't really consider it because it seemed to be about very mundane stuff, right? Get up on time, sleep on time, make this dua at this time, make that dua at this time, do it in this way, do it not. And as you spend more time trying to improve your work and your style, you realize that these seemingly little things really count, and they make a difference.